Live. Do 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 do. All right. Hello and welcome once again to the State of the Empire for the 14th, and I have already managed to fuck something up. Excellent start to the day. There we go. For the 14th of March, 2020. Shut up. That is only completely live streamed, recorded, and preserved for future generations to see my mistakes. As everything should be. So, moving right along, I'd like to thank everybody who chose to show up in attendance to this week's meeting. We have Non-Chaos, Sharkbait93, Ailerons, Jadon420, KN Hawk, Monkey Man 731, a Senator Epic Friar Yoshi, peace be upon him, Senator Mickey 5, Drusilla, Merc Angel, Zevimpy Hot Dog, Novasef X, Grand Master of the Imperial Knights himself, Mr. Frodo, and of course, I am Emperor Farrison presiding, and I have beer. It is
Yay,
cold.
beer!
It is cold and it is free, the two best kinds of beer. Frodo knows what I'm talking about.
Yay, beer!
He's our local Roshi soundbox, apparently.
Yep.
What an asshole! So, thank all of you who chose to show up, and congratulations to those of you who have figured out how push-to-talk works.
Took y'all long enough.
A late welcome to Thor, whom I see has connected. And we're going to hop right into it. So first up, new enlistees. Pretty small list this week. It's been kind of a slow week. Pretty sure people are kind of busy with a bunch of other things. We got a virus going on. Is what it is. This week, we are happy to welcome to the ranks of the Empire Omega 7, Doomy, Lady Fox Lurch, Narwhals, Purged Legale, and for some mildly disturbing reason, Wincest 277. Moving right along and not dwelling on that, I'd also like to announce promotions to Kamat Grade 2 in the form of Narwhals, Neon Nods, and Lady Fox Lurch. We had a couple of other people who put in applications on the website, but they haven't actually completed basic Discord onboarding, so visible confusion.
What?
It's always weird to me when somebody registers for the website before they finish their basic registration in Discord. But it happens. Whatever, apparently. Moving right along, we have one promotion from the ranks of trainees to the ranks of the enlisted in the form of Cutie Fang to Stivos. Congratulations. Welcome to the Empire in full. Beyond that, we have a promotion to Repicar in the form of Sivius. Finally not the low man on the totem pole. Congratulations to you. Moving right along, as usual, to our non-commissioned officer promotions. Joining the ranks of the NCOs this week, we have DLG Extreme and KN Hawk. At
Woot.
Dracaris, which I think I actually need to make sure that I applied that, because I'm being special today. I, for one, blame the Chinese. Specifically, their government. It's terrible. Demonetize this, you asshats! I'm just kidding. This channel's not monetized to begin with. And even if we wanted to, they'd never approve it. You got Drusilla in here for crying out loud.
Oh, hey now.
Oh, please, you'd get us demonetized in 2.2 seconds. And that's being generous.
Okay, good point.
Moving right along the list, I'm happy to say we have 4 promotions to Ancrix this week in the form of Deck, Monkey Man, Neolithical Wolf, and Howhurl. I've been hearing good things, and I'm glad to see it. We don't have a whole lot of promotions this week because we just went through like a big bulk of them last week, so that's kind of to be expected. They tend to trade off here and there. One week we'll go through a bunch, one week it won't be so many, because just being here and doing what you're supposed to do, yes, you're going to get promoted, but it's not going to be literally every week. Like, weekly promotions are typically something reserved for incredibly exceptional performance. Yes, I'm aware that that's kind of redundant. Beyond that, I'm happy to announce that after having gotten to talk with him a little bit at the end of last week, start of this week, Ailerons is officially in the Imperial Academy. So, congratulations.
Congrats. Ew.
So, you and Thor will both be well on your way to becoming fully fledged commissioned officers of the Empire. Make us proud. And with that out of the way, we don't have a whole lot else to go over. We have 2 new members of the week in the form of Divergent Acid and Monkey Man 731. So congratulations to them for standing out in their respective legions. I don't have anything special to announce, just a quick knowledge that we're going to be adding probably a secondary general chat, just to avoid too many conversations fighting each other in text format at the same time. And if you're having a conversation and more people start cropping up, feel free to relocate to the secondary one so that they don't intermix too much. We'll do this to about where the sweet spot is for our activity and probably no more. With that out of the way, I do not see a representative of First Legion here. So, Drusilla, would you like to bring us up to date with anything from Second Legion?
Stuff from Second Legion. I mean, we've pretty much got everybody working together. There's nothing else that I would like to say besides a little bit more inclusiveness as an entire legion, not an entire legion, entire clan versus legion by legion. So if you want to play with somebody, try including other legions as well, not just Second Legion.
Right, and I would say play with more or less whoever you're comfortable playing with, but do kind of dip a toe in the water, get to know some of the other guys. Don't go into your Legion chat and be like, hey, who wants to go do X, Y, or Z? Drop that in D2 General, get to know the people here. We've got a couple different Legions, but they're all good people. And the same goes for other games as well. If you've got a game that has multiple Legions, right now it's only Destiny, but that might change in the future. And you want to get something going, make sure it's where multiple people can see it. Drop that into, like I said, for Destiny, a D2 General. Use the bot. The bot, if you're planning raids, you're like, all right, it's Thursday, the work week's almost over. I'm going to get home Friday night and I want to go ham on some Crucible. Take 2 minutes, go into the Warmind channel, put in the LFG create, and literally just create an LFG for the event that you want to do if you want to get into Crucible or Gambit or anything. Create it a day or 2 in advance. People will show up. People will RSVP on that shit. We have a specific channel that doesn't get cluttered with it for a reason.
Yeah.
And it'll be a lot easier to find people to play with. So that's my piece.
I mean, that's the only thing that I've noticed for Second Legion. I have also noticed that we are somewhat known for Crucible. I don't know if that's just my perception,
Coincidence, yeah.
but yeah. Anybody from any other Legion is more than welcome whenever you see me on. Hit me up. I will run Crucible, Comp, Control, anything. Do not ask me to run Trials.
Unless you good.
But besides all that, yeah, let's work together versus separately.
Well said. With that, Wimpy, anything we need to know from Third Legion?
Just basically what she was saying is like, make sure we're just involving everybody. You know, I know I haven't been all that active recently. I kind of burnt myself out.
It's good,
but
dude. My CPU's trying to burn itself out.
you know, I mean, next weekend there's probably definitely a raid going on. So if anybody that has yet to complete it, you know, from any Legion, you're more than welcome to join. So Frodo was saying, and I've seen it too, is this, you know, it's communication between all clans would actually, well, between all legions would be awesome. Instead of nitpicking, oh, well, you're new, we don't want to play with you, or stuff going on like that.
Well, I certainly hope that's not going on. The entire point of being able to grow a group does require you to be willing to play with people who are new to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the group doesn't really grow, does it?
Yet. I mean, okay.
Russia posting aside.
Nice Russian.
Thank you. I learned it from an actual Russian.
Nice.
All I know is yet.
Нет, урод. Иди нахуй, сука, блядь, а ну чики-брики в демке.
Good God, you make me feel bad now.
No, that's probably about all I got from Russian.
So you learned all the swear words. Good.
Not all of them. Some of it just comes from Stalker. Oh yeah, Rush BP90 only.
Wow.
I know what you're thinking, that's English. No, it's not. That's Russian now. They stole it completely. Go on CSGO and tell me otherwise. The Russians own it now. You know, like they did with that little part of Ukraine. Heyo!
Give that man a slice of Ukraine.
Here it is. Oh, shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so no. This is kind of a newer complaint that I'm getting. We've done a pretty good job overall, I think, of making sure that people are playing Cross Legion. I see a lot of Cross Legion operations reports get published. So I hope that continues, and I hope that this doesn't become an issue, because I'm of two minds on the thing. Number one, trying to group up with more than a Legion, to be honest, we know from neurological and scientific studies that humans really can't form more than between 1 and 300 meaningful. Well, meaningful is you basically can't actually remember more than 300 people, and you can't keep up more than about 100 meaningful connections where you can reasonably be expected to like know a person, a couple things about them, and maybe keep up with some of the basic details of their lives. And for some of us, that's pushing it. So I get why there's a degree of self-segregation that occurs with the legions. That's natural. The same thing occurs in military structure with Christ, what was the companies? this whole thing on how the company is basically the largest reasonable unit in the military because of the number of people involved, and when you go above that, you can't really realistically parse who's who, and you kind of start needing the paperwork to trust that so and so is who they say they are, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Whereas within the company, you kind of more or less know everybody. You put names to faces, things like that. So I get it. I understand why there would be a degree of self-segregation among the legions. I just don't want to encourage it, and I would encourage people that there are probably going to be a couple people in your legion who maybe aren't going to be your best friend, and there's probably going to be a couple people outside your legion who you're going to get along with spectacularly. So really do not be afraid to play with people from outside your legion. We have no rules against it. We fully encourage you to do so. The legions are just how we're forced to organize the group because certain companies like Bungie decide that clans are going to be limited to 50 or 100 people. And then some of them are really bad, like Division 2, where it's limited to 50 people and you can't even put numbers or a reasonable length of text in your clan name. Ubisoft, what the fuck? Please fix. Moving right along. Anything you'd like to say on the 8th Legion, Mark?
Just that it's there. I'm assuming most people know.
Hi, I'm the 8th Legion CO. We exist.
We do exist.
Jesus Christ, that's as bad as a Biden pitch. I'm Joe Biden. I'm running for U.S. Senate. Give me a look if you like what you see. Support me. If not, vote for the other Biden. That's what he basically just did. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm about to change your fucking name to Biden. Discord.
Oh, please don't
Biden,
do that.
8th Legion CO. No, I'm not that mean. But, poor Joe. Dementia's really taking a toll on him. Alright, so yeah, 8th Legion exists. If somebody wants to play an MMO, your choices right now with Kaldara are pretty much 5th Legion, which is sort of dead. 8th Legion, which is Elder Scrolls Online, or 14th Legion if you want to pay a subscription and do the Final Fantasy XIV thing. So, with that amazing 10 out of 10 segue, 14th Legion, how we doing?
We
Oh,
doing
we've been doing
good.
pretty good. It's been
Yeah.
it's a slow week this week. A couple of guys
Yeah.
were mostly trying to get into a couple of the other games they haven't played for a while, and I know that no one really wants to burn out on anything, so it's fine. So I've just been helping the guys at the lower levels and trying to get some stuff done, leveling my alternate classes so that I can help whoever comes on with whatever they might need and gaining more information. But other than that, pretty
Same
good
here.
stuff going on. Closer to end
Yeah.
game
Same.
content.
Yeah, we're trying to get everyone in the 14th region to the latest content.
I'm trying to power level. Trust me.
Powering level in Final Fantasy 14. Good luck.
That's pretty much it.
Hey, 3 days I got level 54. I'm doing good.
There you
Good
go.
stuff. Good stuff.
All right. With all of that out of the way, I'm gonna say Grandmaster Frodo. I know you haven't been around lately. Did you have anything that you'd like to bring to the table?
A couple things I've been noticed. The one I want to come on about is recruiting people. And I appreciate the help and efforts that you want to recruit, but please either come to me or Atomic first if you want to help, because there's kind of a method of how we do things. And when I see posts basically saying, literally just linking the website and nothing else, which the website's completely out of date, honestly. Basically you're sending them on a collision course into a dead end.
Yeah.
and we can't
Shill
bring
the
them
Discord.
in.
The Discord is where everybody comes in first, and the Discord will link them to anything else that they need. Discord is our central hub for everything. Don't send them, generally speaking, don't send them like a bunch of in-game invites. Don't send them links to the website. You know, shill the Discord. I hate telling people to have to shill anything, so to speak, but the Discord is where you want to be. The Discord is where we require, if you want to be in the group, you got to be in the Discord. The Discord basically is the group at the moment. It's the primary communications method. It's how we properly keep track of people's ranks. It's how we keep track of activity. It's how we group up for games. Discord is where it's at. Linking the website, while nice, you should probably just link the Discord and they'll discover the website from the link that exists already in Discord when they onboard. Discord is a single central spot that gets everybody in. It puts everybody on more or less the same opening experience with the group and gives everybody the same sort of baseline information. And it's the one that we've been able to take the most care of. The website is long overdue for a rework. I just genuinely don't know how I'm going to rework it. And I am not a web designer. I am not a web developer. I am a kid who used to play around with his own PHP BB forums and some very, very primitive MySQL shit when he was like 12. So, yeah, there's limits to what I can do by myself. So the website, it's there. We kind of use it. It's more or less a placeholder for when we get the full website up and running the way we want it. So I generally advise that anybody, if you have to plug any one link, Discord is your highest priority. If they're like, I don't like Discord, then they're not in the group. Don't just move. If they have a problem with Discord, just tell them, well, have fun somewhere else. Don't be a dick about it because people might see it, but if they're not interested in being part of Discord, then they're not interested in actually being part of what we're building here as sort of a community. Fuck them, we don't need them. There's a million other clans out there for people like that. We have a way of doing things here that I think has been incredibly successful and has built a fantastic environment. And I would hope that everybody here agrees, given the fact that they've decided to stay. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing right. We'll look for ways to innovate, but we're going to do what we know is working for us. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Frodo because he said a couple of things.
Yeah. So finish that up. Shill the fucking Discord. Now, if you're with your recruitment posts, I don't care what you write. Write all you want. Write all the nice things. Get people interested. Go for it. But if you're not posting that Discord link, then you're
It's a
defeating the
failed
purpose
recruitment.
here. Yeah. And I've been noticing that throughout probably the past few months. I think it was kind of time to say something. Secondly, I just want to kind of put out a PSA as a reminder. People, this is a gaming community with a collection of multitude of different games. If you don't like a game, that's fine. Respect those who do.
Unless it's a MOBA, then shit on it. But no.
No, all jokes aside.
I can't help myself.
No.
It's
no,
okay to
no.
not like a game, but if somebody starts, if it gets to a point where it starts to feel personal to somebody, and they're like, "Look, I like it, so just can we not?" Respect that. It's a general rule around here. The whole "don't be an asshole" thing. Yes, we're all jokingly assholes with each other. That's welcome to the group dynamic. But if somebody is actually getting annoyed and they ask you to stop, have the decency to stop. Just be a decent human being. It's not that hard. I think that would about cover what you were trying to say, right, Frodo?
Yeah,
It's kind
like,
of a broader issue than just the
yeah,
one game.
right. If someone likes a game and someone doesn't, you guys are getting a debate about it, and then it clearly is turning into whether it's a dick sizing contest or what have you. Yeah, just drop it.
But Frodo, I didn't think Evan was part of this group.
Uh, people like Evan do exist. Though.
How horrifying. I really should stop.
No,
I
you're
really
fine.
should, but it's just so funny.
Seems legit.
Oh, shit. What was I gonna
Ugh.
say? Oh, right. Did you have anything else to add, or is that about gonna do it?
Not. I don't really have anything else to add at the moment. Um. Yeah. No, I don't. No, I don't think I have anything to add right now.
All right.
We'll see. We'll see how the meeting goes along. I might have something to add later.
Well, it should be getting close to done. I will say I'm going to be reading through a bunch of operations reports and collating names that I see a lot, and I'm going to be building up sort of a plus size, if you will, promotion list for next week. So if you're somebody who's been doing a lot and you're like, "Woo, why didn't I get promoted?" Don't worry, we're getting to you. We don't like to promote somebody week over week over week over week because then you climb the whole ladder and you got nowhere left to go in minutes. You know what I mean? So we like to give people a little bit of a sense of progression, except for, like I said, those who exceptionally stand out. You are going to climb ladders a bit faster. So we're still kind of refining the process of how we review and go through and get promotions to line up between what Legion commanders and XOs are suggesting, what command is approving, and trying to make sure that reports are being taken into account properly so that people don't slip through the cracks. We have been making little sort of behind the scenes changes and upgrades to how things are done within the command structure to improve and streamline what we can. And I just ask that everybody kind of have a little faith and trust us on this one. I'm sure any of the officers here could tell you that a bunch of shit gets discussed randomly behind the scenes all the time. Or they can all be incredibly silent and make me look like an ass. That works too.
Right.
Well,
Stuff does get discussed.
Yeah, definitely.
But beyond that, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to thank those who are supporting us on Subscribestar. And that's going to include Count Mikey P82. What the hell? I'm going to have to look into that. A Lord Epic Friar Yoshi and a Lord Carrot and a Citizen Novasef X. And I have to figure out, because I think something's wrong with the sync between Subscribestar and Discord. So now I have to go fix this. And beyond that, I am going to go ahead and I believe Frodo was subscribed at Baron level, but it's putting him at Duke for some reason. Ooh, we've actually got a good chunk of inactive subscribers.
Ooh.
It still says that Carrot hasn't renewed since November.
Which I know that was a lie.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on there. Yep, I'm gonna have to take Mikey off. He has not renewed in a while. I believe that was... Who was that? Was that Delta? Yeah, the only two who are actually active subscriptions right now are Novasef X and... Okay, no. Frodo, you went up to a $50 subscription. Damn, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. All right, well, a special thank you to Duke Grandmaster Frodo. You figure out how those titles work together. I don't care.
I just like the ring of it, so I'll deal with it.
I present Duke Frodo, Grandmaster of the Imperial Knights.
That actually has a nice ring to
Doesn't
it.
it?
Yeah, it did.
All right.
Or Grandmaster Duke Frodo. Nah.
Yeah.
We know I'm autistic. Leave me alone.
Very. That all being said, I've got nothing else, so we're going to go ahead and go to open forum time. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything they'd like to voice here in a public space, now is the time.
Okay, so I'll actually take the floor on this one because I did remember what the last thing I wanted to talk about.
Punk bitch. The floor recognizes Frodo.
So it's in the Imperial suggestions. I know, and this has been suggested multiple times within at least the last couple of years. Something to like indicate, not visually, but like an actual written out indication of the rank structure. To be posted either on the website or within the Discord.
Part of me genuinely wants to give like a really flippant, snarky response, but I'm withholding doing so. Yeah, I have documents still written up. I will get them transcribed into a part of Discord or something.
Right, because that was a suggestion that was made in the Imperial Suggestions chat last night by Divergent Acid, and we and him kind of talked back and forth about that.
Right. Like I said, I'll look into getting that transcribed into Discord or what have you.
All right.
Anyone else?
Nope.
All right.
Wow, very quiet meeting this week.
I told you it was going to be a short one. It's been kind of a slow week for everybody.
No suggestions from anyone?
Just quid pro quo. I am on vacation, and I will be diving into ESO and Path of Exile in these coming 2 weeks. If anybody else is interested, Path of Exile is free. ESO is usually relatively cheap whenever it goes on sale.
Yeah, I mean, you can get into the game for like 10, 20 bucks. And that's a retail model. The subscription is an optional thing. You don't have to get it. So, once you buy it, you can, play for life, which is good, obviously.
And for those looking to get into ESO, you don't want to pay full price for it. One of the third-party sites, either whether it's G2A, CDKeys.com.
Pretty much any key reselling site, you can probably pick that
You
shit up
can,
for like $7.
Yeah, and that's
it.
it. Yep.
So
newer edition maybe run you 20, 25 bucks, but hell of a lot cheaper than paying full price for it.
Just remember to, generally speaking, you want to go for the global CD key on just about anything you buy when you do key reselling, because sometimes they do have specifically region locked versions, and you don't necessarily want to get juked into paying for one of those like a dumbass. So Beyond that, does anybody else have anything they'd like to say?
I do.
All right, let's hear it.
I just want to say that I'm glad to see that people are taking interest in Division Two again.
Yes, so that actually will lead me into a final segue. The Division 2 clan is still there. It's still active. I believe Deadpool's currently in command of it, just sort of de facto how it turned out. I would be playing, but I'm probably going to have to reapply fresh thermal paste to my CPU because blowing the damn thing out, it wasn't even that dusty and it didn't make a lick of difference. So it must be the thermal paste is going bad. It has been however long, so it doesn't surprise me. So I'll have to
Oh,
spend a few
oh
bucks and
damn.
wait for it to arrive, and hopefully by next weekend I'll actually be able to play games again beyond old shit.
Awesome.
I'm kind of noticing something similar as well, and it's sticking with Division 2. Like I can get into the game, I can run around, but god damn, it takes forever to load.
I think that's always just been a well, you're also loading shit off an external hard drive like a mongoloid, so
Right,
that
but one of
doesn't help.
it never had this issue when it first launched.
Well, they
And
have
like,
been continually adding content, and that tends to
yeah,
bloat load times. Especially because Ubisoft, again, is like Bethesda. They don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to coding. Oh, also, I'm sorry, I know we said if you like a game, we'll try to respect that. If you honestly think Fallout 76 is a good Fallout game, you're a fucking mongoloid and you need to deport yourself. So, you can like it as a game, but don't tell me it's a good Fallout game. That is the most generous thing that I will say. Moving right along. I think that probably about does it. If nobody else has anything to say, again, Division 2's active. I'm gonna be picking a number out of a hat to assign to the Legion because they won't let us actually put fucking numbers in game. But my OCD demands that it has a Legion number. And pretty much, if you need an invite or whatever, I would suggest contacting Deadpool. I should still have the ability to actually do that when I actually log in. And if I can get things working again, then I may take some more direct hand in Division 2 since there's a renewed interest. Until I can find somebody to act as a Legion CO who's not already busy with a million other things. So I'm going to temporarily leave it in Deadpool's hands. And, if he fails, then we'll put his head on a fucking pike.
It's not very comforting.
There will be no failure here. I will Vlad the Impaler a bitch. But, I think that probably about covers it. We've thanked our supporters. We've thanked those who chose to attend today. We've gone through all of our promotions
what
and
about
everything.
making this, non-child friendly?
I'm pretty sure I've said enough swears, but if everybody would like to just get the most fucked up thing off their tongue that they'd care to say, I will open it up. Go right the fuck ahead, hit YouTube with both barrels.
Milks.
What was that laugh?
That's just Drusilla being Drusilla. How long have you been here?
I've been here like a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
well,
fair.
get
You
used to
haven't had
that.
time to learn it yet. That's
All
just
right, so I'm
Drusilla.
gonna go hide in the corner and cry. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I was
also
trying to
up
be
there,
as
no fucks to
quick
give.
as I possibly could.
Before
Backfired.
we open up both barrels on him, I do want to make sure that we have people scheduling raids for D2 each week. I do want to see
That
us at
would
least making
fall
sure
to
that
Novasef, and I believe we had somebody else that was doing it.
I
But
think we've
yeah,
got a few people who are comfortable enough leading raids. So
yep.
I'll put out some messages, some at everyone's or whatever, just to piss some people off with pinging their Discord, and
Ding, ding, ding.
because I don't want us to fall off the wagon on that. We've been doing fantastic about making sure that raids are getting scheduled and getting completed, and I've been seeing pretty much every week multiple raids, which is exactly what I want this group to be doing. So I just
Hey,
want
like
to
I
put the
mentioned,
reminder
I'm
out there.
like I mentioned, I'm pretty much PvP bound. How that happened, I have no fucking clue, but that's how it fucking happened. So there.
Yeah, for some reason a woman is our Crucible handler. God help us all. But she's actually decent at it, so it works.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Speaking of the D2 ops, I've been noticing the bot hasn't been deleting, or is it just me? I'm seeing like raids from like months ago.
Hold on.
Yeah, they need to
Normally it deletes them once the time's up. I guess I don't know. Or does the person that creates it have to delete it?
No, it's supposed to do it automatically. I'm only
once the
seeing
event happens.
3. And I know we've done more than that, so there's got to be something inconsistent going on.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It could be that the bot was getting some trouble at the time and missed the delete.
That's the only thing I can think of. So I noticed that at times the bot tends to be buggy.
Sometimes the bot seems to be buggy.
Yes.
Honestly, Charlemagne usually does a pretty good job. It's occasional, and I guarantee you it's probably got something to do with when they update the game. The bot needs updating as well. And when that happens, if it
I
goes
never
offline
thought
in the
of
middle
that.
of doing something, then it probably doesn't actually do it.
Hmm.
So I'll clear out because it's only 3 posts that are actually there. So I'll clear out those 3 or whatever to make sure that nobody gets confused, and then I'll just keep an eye on it. Anyone else?
Well, you said do it, which reminded me.
Uh-oh.
We probably have a couple of episodes of season 7 Attack the Clones to
Yeah,
watch.
I have to see why Disney Plus isn't fucking logged in all of a sudden.
Mm.
But,
Oh no, I don't feel like such a retard for having Disney Plus. Okay.
Well,
I
I don't have it. I'm borrowing from someone.
I mean, I have
just
Disney
downloaded
Plus, and I downloaded you know, all 6 Star Wars movies for this underway that I was on.
All right, that's very
Give me
nice. We
something
are
to
off
do.
in the fucking weeds. Can we focus?
No.
I
Oh.
wanted to be done with this in like 20 minutes, and y'all are dragging this shit out.
Aw.
We can
A
have
little
this
over half an
conversation
hour
in the
now.
after party. We have been going for like 40 minutes. So yeah. Let's go ahead and if there's anything actually related to the Empire that anybody would like to say, now is the time. If not, if anybody wants to throw out just the most ridiculous shit that they can think of to tell the FCC to go fuck themselves.
Suck on a big fat dick of. That came out wrong already.
Good try. Good try.
All right, listen
At
here.
least
Suck on a big
Federal
fat bag of
agents.
monkey balls.
Federal agents.
There we go.
Go fuck yourself with a cactus with a sandpaper condom with sriracha sauce lube while running a marathon sideways.
You practiced
like
that in the
that.
bathroom, didn't you?
No,
Sideways would be difficult.
I didn't. All right. Beyond that, everybody, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Generally, just be as antisocial as possible and avoid people if you can. Self-quarantine where you can. Don't die. If you haven't stocked up on food, water, medical supplies, it's already too
You're
late
a
for
fucking
toilet
moron?
paper.
No, it's actually pretty too late for almost everything else as well.
Now, people are fucking dumb when it comes to knowing what to grab for food, to be honest. They've cleared out a bunch of fucking fruit like retards. Like, yeah, have
Yeah, see,
that
that's
raw
where I'm
for
happy.
days.
I have my army buddies, and I've got REIs for days.
You mean MREs?
It's horrible. MREs, thank you.
She had a
MREs.
stroke. It's fine.
I was
had
about to say.
I had a mild stroke, but I have my army buddy who's actually stocking up his MREs. Thank you. Fuck off.
Also,
Food
as I said,
for
if
me.
you can, stock up on ammo. That being said, everyone, have yourselves an absolutely fan-fucking-tastic evening, a wonderful week, a very,
Okay, I'm leaving this
very
fucking suck dick
productive
fucker.
week.
Goodbye. I love you.
And
Bye bye.
long live the Empire.
Long live
Long
the
live
Empire.
Long
the
live
Empire.
the Empire.
Okay, that was lame.
Sucks.
Yeah, that
was
was
lame.
weak as shit.
You're